So a couple of days ago, we got this pile of mulch delivered to our house. Now, this pile of mulch was a tree only a couple of days ago. Our neighbor was cutting down a tree in their yard, and we asked the tree service company who was cutting it down, hey, when you guys are done wood chipping it, can you deliver it to our house? And they were happy to do so. Especially if they only had to drive a very short distance to deliver it. They were very happy to do so, because most tree service companies, they have to bring the mulch back to either the company's headquarters, or they're going to have to deliver it even into their own yards. There are two ways to get mulch. There's asking a tree service company, hey, could you bring a load of wood chips to us? And a lot of companies are happy to do so, but I do know that it's become more difficult in recent times to get an actual truckload delivered to you. There are apps like Chip Drop that you can actually sign up for, and they will hopefully deliver you wood chips. But again, that's not always the case, and that's not always going to work. I know we've been on Chip Drop for some time, but oftentimes you're gonna have to constantly keep calling them up to actually get eventually get a actual chip drop. The other way to get wood chips, and this is what we've been doing most of the last year, is we will actually go to the tree service location itself, and they will have usually a giant mound of wood chips, and you can scoop that stuff up and throw it into either your truck or a trailer. And that's what we usually do, and it works great for us because we have a nice big trailer. Unfortunately, I know that's not as easy for other people, but yeah, those are two different ways you can get wood chips. As you can tell, this is a huge pile, and this was way bigger the other day when it was first dropped. We've already been moving some of it all across the yard. So I want to show you the difference between new mulch and old mulch. As you can see, this is older mulch. It's been bleached out by the sun. But if I dig underneath, you will see it's a lot darker. And this mulch, over time, decomposes and will become delicious soil for your plants and trees. One of the other things that we like to do for mulch is collect bags of leaves. Our neighbors are oftentimes getting rid of leaves, and they collect them in these bags, and we pick them up. Now, one of the things that you want to be careful of is grass clippings. Now, we mainly try and collect bags that are mostly full of just leaves, but we don't really like to get any chemicals into our compost, so we try and stay away from grass clippings. Now, what we like to do is we'll take these bags of leaves and we will throw them into a compost bin. Let me show you that. So back here we have compost bins made out of old pallet boards. And we fill these compost bins up with leaves. And sometimes what we'll even do is throw the leaves through a wood chipper. And that'll kind of help break them down a little bit. Now, you don't have to do this. You can just simply throw the leaves in here, and they will rot down. But that's a quick tip as far as, if you want to get your compost breaking down faster, just kind of throw your leaves through a chipper. But yeah, we'll throw all our leaves into these compost bins, and we'll have different sets. So one might be fresh leaves, one will be kind of a medium, mid-year point, and then one will be perfect soil, ready for planting. Some people use mulch as an aesthetic in their own garden, and that's great. And I do recommend you use it to create paths and different areas in your garden, but ultimately what's most powerful and useful about it is that it breaks down into soil, and that soil is going to be perfect for planting trees. Obviously, you may not want to use mulch in a herb garden or lower ground level plants, but still, once that stuff breaks down, it is incredibly useful. So get yourself a mulch pile and use this stuff well.